Do you know exactly what this is? It's everywhere. On this side. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, we're in the kitchen. She's about to eat. Look, this is really boring, but I just want eggs, butter, and bread. Actually, it's not basic because the main ingredient that you need is Lebanese bread. Otherwise, it won't work. Like, it's just not an egg sandwich if you don't have this. Don't know what to tell you. They're widely available, so you have no excuse. This is just like a nostalgic meal from my childhood. And you also have to open the bread in the most disgusting, despicable way ever. And it has to be white. I don't make the rules. Like so. And then I'm gonna put this in the microwave, but I'm gonna make my eggs first. I haven't used fats in a very long time. So putting in butter into my eggs, even though it's not a lot, I feel like it's a big step. Like, this is how much butter I use. I think that's pretty good for someone who's been like so scared of butter for the longest time. Ugh. I like to have the heat on like really, really high so my eggs cook really fast, and I just like whisk really, really aggressively. I don't know, there's a tactic to it. There's a tactic to the madness, I don't know. I'm leaving for Vietnam in like T-minus two weeks, and I don't really have much planned for that. Like, I've booked flights, accommodation. I sort of have an idea where I'm staying. It's mainly going to be Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, and then I'm going to be doing like day trips to Ninh Bình, and I initially wanted to do Sapa as well, but I looked up the weather and it was like, a lot of my Vietnamese friends were also like, don't do it, it's gonna be terrible weather in July. Like, I get it, it's gonna be terrible weather all around, but I just feel like Sapa I really want to experience during the good weather. So Hoi An I'm not going to get to do just because I'm a little bit short on time, and it's quite far from both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, so I can't really day trip it, or I can't really justify catching a plane for that. I want to do a cruise at Halong Bay. I really do. I'm thinking about like a 2-nighter, or I think it's a 1-nighter, 2-day cruise on the Catherine ship. It looks phenomenal, but at the same time, like, since I've paid for my hotel already, I'm like, is that a waste of money? I don't know. We shall see. But yeah. How does everybody like their eggs cooked? Because I like them a little bit runny. But if I see a runny egg white, I'm out. Like, I am out. That's what gives me the egg ick. So that's done, and it's a non-stick. Love. There's nothing worse I hate than a dry rubbery egg, respectfully. Okay, now, very easy. This has been kind of a hyperfixation because I am trying to steer away from oats. Not because of anything, but because I've been having them for the longest time ever. I'm kind of done eating sweets for breakfast. Oh. I swear, it's the butter that gets it. Anyways, I've kind of been on hold with the government for an hour and a half, and I finally finished that. So I have wrapped myself. I don't know if you can say. Can you say? It's so comfy. I won't even lie, I'm very comfy. Let me get out of the house and then I'll talk to you outside. It's actually really pretty outside today. It's quite refreshing being out like in the sun and whatnot, and the view is honestly very pretty. Let me show you this. That is gorgeous. But yeah, got my vitamin D. Speaking of which, I do need to take my vitamin D supplements. So I'm gonna go home and do that. Shower, make lunch, because I am kind of peckish at the moment. Not too hungry, but peckish. And then we'll get ready together, go to the gym. I definitely won't be filming in the gym just because the one that I go to is like fucking crowded as shit. Okay, so we're home and we're starving, so I can't wait until I shower. So I'm gonna make myself a sandwich, a toasty. I was gonna make some oats because I kind of needed some fiber in today, but I remember that I had this bread and it's packed with, I believe it was like 14 grams of fiber, and it's actually really nice. It's very minimal ingredients, not that that really matters, but like it's literally just made out of seeds for the most part. And I also had some deli meat, which I don't typically eat, but I do like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna put that in the toaster, and for the main cheese, it's gonna be this Egyptian Rumi cheese, which I got from Adelaide, my sister did. And then, because it's really strong, so I'm gonna be pairing it with normal like white cheese, like tasty white people cheese. I love my colonizers. Just want to make, yep, it's good. Show you what I'm doing. So laying down the cheeses. I just love cheese. I feel like I can nibble on cheese till the day I die. And then getting some smoked chicken. I don't know if it's smoked or if it's just like deli style. And then I'm gonna do like 3 pieces. Okay, shut up. Yes, not a vegetable inside, but you don't have to be perfect. And then I realized what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight, which is gonna be a surprise, so yeah. I'm gonna put this in the toaster for like 3 minutes maybe, and then we'll be back. Oh my god. As I was saying, I've posted my first YouTube short and it's gotten more views than my actual video. And I've only posted it like an hour ago and it's already on 400. And I feel like even though that's not a significant number, like there it is. There I am. Oh, not that one.
In hand.
Oh my God, shut up.
If it's my
Just like all of them, just... Anyways, for this next segment, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that I did this year to help me glow up and just feel the best, the best version of myself, at least for now. I'm sure I'm going to be looking at this in a year time and have a lot more to say, but here's just a few things that I did that kind of changed the way I feel, and dare I say I feel a lot better now. So yeah, let's do that while I do my makeup. Number one is my like physical and like number one is going to be more like physical, so such as like the gym, prioritizing sleep, and like really focusing on the way that I feel after I do certain things. So for the longest time, rest, or shall I say restlessness, has been the freaking enemy for me, because I don't really rest all too much, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the gym, because if you want to feel your best, if you want to go to the gym and whatnot, you do need some rest days. So that's something that I've implemented this year, giving myself grace and like rest periods and whatnot. So also sleep, when it comes to sleep, 8 hours of sleep, see how you feel after that. If you need more, you need more. If you sleep more and you're not feeling any better, sleep less. I know it's very individual, because some people need 8 hours of sleep, some people need less, some people need more, and that's just the hill I'm willing to die on, because sometimes I will feel so much better when I sleep for like 5 hours as compared to 8. But that's really very independent on like the activities that I was doing. Sometimes if I'm not overworked, 5 hours will be plenty, like more than enough to suffice. One more thing in my physical routine has been changing out my style that actually fits me. My hair's pissing me off. What I mean by that is actually wearing clothes that complement my body, and I know that that's, you know, a bit iffy, because everything's gonna look good on you, but some things will look better, okay? Some things will look better on you because we don't all have the same body type, and that's just facts. Number two, it's been said before, and I'll say it again, doom scrolling, your mindset, comparing yourself to other people. The second that noise kind of goes away, whatever that noise is for you, because it's quite different for other people. Some people won't compare or anything, but they will compare themselves almost. They'll nothing will suffice, so they can be ahead of everyone by like a million things, and they will still compare themselves to like their best version of themselves that they want to achieve in like years time, and that is predominantly what's setting everybody back, or what's making everybody miserable, even though you're in a position where most people would kill for. But yeah, comparing, that's definitely a big thing. It is like everything I'm saying, everything is quite individual. Whatever you're going through, interpret that as you will. These are just things that I've done for myself. The biggest thing this year has been like food noise. When I tell you, for 3 months continuously, all I can think about was food. And not in a good way, not in a good way, okay? Not in a good way. In a bad way, in a terrible, terrible way. And the one thing that kind of snapped me the fuck out of it is going away overseas, like on a little trip for a week. That week, I have never felt more free, because I was not thinking about my next meal. I was not thinking about what I was putting in my body. I was not deliberately eating less or eating more or like stuffing my face. I actually stuffed it until I was content. And that was like such a breakthrough. And that was not too long ago. That was less than a week ago. So that's just helped a ton. So whatever that is for you, please do it. Just have a little moment with yourself to say the things that upset you out loud, so you can actually vocalize them and know the things that you need to target and work on. Okay? We're grown-ups. We can do that. Number 3 is boundaries. The boundaries you set with yourself, your friends, your family. Oh my god. I think I've always been good at setting boundaries. Like, I don't really care who I upset as long as it's not myself. Boundaries that I've set with, let's just give you an example, like friends. If I don't want to go out somewhere, I won't. And the biggest example is, like, with a lot of my friends, they like to go out clubs. Not my jam, never has been, and kind of never really will be. I like more of a casual hangout, something that, you know, I can hear you, something that isn't really going to make me feel like poo-poo the next day. No offense to anyone that does. Like, if that gives you brightness and joy, please, by all means, do that. And that's not even a backhanded compliment. I could never get around it. My friends respect that, and I will never overstep my boundary to please somebody else or to hang out for the day. I've definitely tried before. I'm not going to sit here and say I've never done that. I've definitely tried to overstep my boundaries and just please others, and I have been miserable. Don't do it. Another thing that kind of goes back to the first one, which is like your physical appearance, your style, dressing appropriately to your body type, has been... This is something I'm still working on, okay? Not squeezing into things. What I mean by that is actually get your size or get a size up. From experience, usually getting a size up is better, because nobody can tell what size you're wearing. Nobody's judging you because you've gone up a size. They're like, oh my gosh, she's no longer a size 6, she's a size 8. They don't know. What they will know is your muffin top. They're squeezing into that size 6 or size 4 because you don't actually belong there. Just because it fits doesn't mean it's comfortable, doesn't mean it looks good. That's a bit of tough love that I have to give myself every now and then, and I still do it to this day. So if you do see me squeezing into something, you don't always practice what you preach. Love that. I need to do my eyebrows off camera. I can't concentrate. And she's done. Just gotta do a lippy. But for number 5 is really tough, but it's letting go of anything, whatever that means to you. You let that shit go. If it's a person that you used to be, or a person that you used to be with, or family, or somewhere that you were so comfortable at once that you now you don't belong, you need to let go. And it's so uncomfortable, and a big part of growing and thriving and living is being uncomfortable and learning to enjoy that feeling, or get familiar with it, or not break when you get uncomfortable, because we'll all get uncomfortable at some point in life, and for some people it's worse than others. But thank you for that. That's my go jack. Yeah, so I guess that's really all I have to say. Like, I don't want to get too sentimental, too deep. It's a little bit too pink for me, but whatever. I'm so excited to take some photos of my sausage dog top. I know it's a little lame, but I will always say I love an ugly piece. I love ugly piecing of clothing. Anything that's ugly that I can style. Even if it doesn't look like I'm styling it, I try. So that's kind of the finished look, and I'm just gonna spritz some perfume. Oh my god. Because this actually makes you feel unstoppable, like smelling good and looking good. That was way too much. That'll go away. Yeah. Let me show you, not my room, please, but the full outfit. We love this. We love this for me. And if my camera will stop like following me around, if anyone's used the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 or 3, let me know how I can stop it from moving. It keeps moving, and not in a good way, but yeah. I'll see ya. Anyways, I think I'm going to like wrap this video up here. There's not much going on today. I'm really only going to clean out my room, rot in bed, and go to the gym, which seems quite boring because I can't really film all too much in the gym, and there's not much I can do around the house in terms of filming because my room is quite small, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. Anyways, I had so much fun today. I felt like I was talking to a friend. I love it. I love it because everybody says that I can make friends with a brick wall. So I guess here we are making a friend to an inanimate object, and I could not be happier about it. But anyways, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. And if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Mwah. Outro.